for Doppler 10 forecast.
Hi everybody, welcome back on this very chilly Friday evening for us here in the coastal bend. We had to deal with cold temperatures all night, and this afternoon was no exception. We did manage to reach the lower 50s though, 50 degrees still. 20 degrees below seasonal average, where we should have only be topping out at about 70 for this time of year, so we're way below average there. We got into the upper 30s early this morning, 39 degrees, 11 degrees below seasonal average, and we weren't expecting a whole lot of rainfall besides the 1 or 2 spritz you got on your windshield. That didn't amount to a whole lot, exactly what we were expecting. As far as the satellite radar composite right now, we're still inundated with all those clouds across most of South Texas and the entire state for that matter, with most of the sprinkle activity off into the Gulf of Mexico right now. We're just dealing with a lot of cold temperatures across most of the Lone Star State. Thankfully, all the active weather has now pushed off towards the northeast. Now they're dealing with some of that snowfall from Cincinnati all the way up towards Cleveland and Buffalo, and moving all the way up towards the New York area, where they're dealing with some freezing rain. The snowfall anywhere between 1 to 2 feet of snowfall up towards the Great Lakes area, and this is going to continue to push off towards the northeastern half of the United States within the next 24 to 48 hours. However, we do have another pocket of some cold Arctic air that is sitting up towards the north right now into the northern parts of the United States, and as this high pressure ridge continues to sink on down, this cold air is going to seep right along with it, and it's not going to be another cold front. It's just going to be a secondary surge of cold air that's going to make its way into the coastal bend. So we're going to be watching that for the early part of next week, and here's what I'm talking about. Still -12 up in Billings, Montana, -6 in Casper, Wyoming, all sub-zero temperatures up towards the north, and this has nowhere to go but seep all the way down towards the south of us. So the 20s and 30s that we're going to be experiencing as far as wind chill temperatures, we're still going to get that for the first part of next week. So the cold air is not done for the time being, with the 18 up in the Amarillo area, only 33 up into the Albuquerque, New Mexico region. We do have those wind chill advisories. Those are in effect until 11 o'clock in the morning. Again, wind chills between the lower 20s into the upper teens are expected for most of the coastal bend, and those freeze warnings for the entire coastal bend as well. That goes until 9 o'clock. So if you're going to be working outdoors, again, prolonged exposure to those wind chill values into the upper teens or lower 20s could lead to hypothermia, so you don't want to stay out there for long extended periods of time. We also have small craft advisories for the offshore waters. That goes until 6 o'clock in the morning, so boaters and mariners, be sure to be on the lookout for that, for those rough seas out there. Here's what we're talking about, future tracker on the wind chills. This is what we can expect early in the morning. 23 degrees for us here in Corpus Christi, teens around Beeville up towards Refugio, around 21 to 22 from George West all the way down towards Orange Grove, and similar values way out towards the west around Freer, Benavides, out towards Heavenville and Concepcion, right around 25 to 24 degrees. Again, the clouds are going to stick right along with us until early in the morning. Again, just a couple of light sprinkles here and there, not going to do a whole lot to dampen the streets. As we head towards Sunday morning, a couple of more sprinkles off into the Gulf, and as we head towards Sunday and Monday afternoon, we'll get a little bit more of that over the coastal bend, and I think that's when we'll start to see a few isolated showers across the coastal bend. But outside right now, 49 degrees, north wind at 18 miles an hour, feeling like 42. Dew points are only into the lower 30s, so very, very dry air is outside across most of South Texas. Here's what it looks like. Lower to mid 40s up towards the north, 51 out in Orange Grove. Here's what we can expect for tonight, though. We'll look for an overnight low of 33 here in the city. North winds at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Forecast lows across the area into the lower 30s up towards the north, around freezing, around Alice, Robstown, Kingsville, even out towards Heavenville. Here is the extended forecast. Again, 40 for tomorrow. Another very cold day across the coastal bend. Get a little bit warmer on Sunday and Monday, highs into the lower 50s, and then there comes that secondary blast, takes us back down into the 30s Tuesday and Wednesday morning, but we gradually start to warm up with a few more showers by the end of next week.